Yeah, I think the most obvious example in purchasing, for instance, many of our builders might be managing an option library of 5,000 to 7,000 options. And if they wanted, for instance, to know what are the top 20 options that actually sell, I could probably, if my data is good, pull a report, and now I'm sifting through 5,000 to 7,000 options to try to find the ones that actually are important to me. And with Stella AI, I literally can just ask a common language question. What are the top selling options for me in all of my communities? And within a matter of seconds, I'm going to get a response. On the scheduling or construction side, I might want to understand where schedule delays are happening. Well, if I have 600 or let's say 7,000 homes under construction at any one time, the reality is I'm going to be looking through a lot of scheduling data to try to pinpoint where schedule delays are happening, and then maybe try to identify trends with a particular vendor, etc. With Stella AI, I'm going to ask a simple question: what trades are causing me delays more than others? And I'm going to get a response within a matter of seconds. Many of our builders in the industry have multiple systems of record. They're pulling data across multiple platforms. With Stella AI, essentially to utilize the tool, you're accessing our BuilderMetrix reporting platform, which is going to standardize multiple systems of record and all of the data associated with those systems of record into a single reporting database. And then now I'm querying across what might have been 3 or 4 different reporting systems in a single platform. And it allows me to get consistent, quick, easy access using Stella AI versus sifting, as I mentioned previously, sifting through reports from different systems, probably in some cases paper or Excel based. So. I'd love to say that there's a singular answer to that. The reality is that every builder is different. Some builders are struggling with sales pace, others are struggling with margin on deals, others have cancellation issues, and others have scheduling and supply chain cycle times that are outside of the norms. The beauty of the BuilderMetrix platform, as well as the Stella AI reporting capability, is you literally can get the operational insights that are important and allow you to strategically manage your business day to day. So for some builders, it's going to be, where am I losing margin? Because margin is my number one issue. Others, it's going to be, cycle time is costing me money and I know it. Where can I save cycle time? Who are the problem trades? How can I address this going forward? So again, not a singular answer, but having access to that operational data allows businesses to make those kind of decisions that positively impact their business. On the surface, when you look at our benchmarking data, you're going to be able to compare yourself very quickly. What's my average sales price? What's my cost per square foot for specific costs, inputs in the construction cycle, etc. But I think more importantly, what the benchmarking does is allow a business to critically look at how they're performing against their peers in ways that might have taken weeks or months, I would say. Everybody does some sort of competitive analysis in their local markets. They go out and shop their competition, look at other models, go online, and then they compile all that data and put it into a report. How would you like to have the report just pop up on a screen and essentially save yourselves 90 to 120 days, most likely, to be able to get access to legitimately more detail than you ever had before, because this is system-driven data, not hearsay from a sales agent who's in a model home and willing to share with you some of the things that are happening in that particular community at any one moment. On a daily basis, people in purchasing, people in construction, people in the back office finance side, people in sales and marketing, they're always thinking operational metrics. How do I improve my business? How am I against my peers? What can I do to be better? Where are the corner use cases that are costing us money, etc.? They're already doing this work. With Stella AI, the reality is that, again, using prompts that are, conversational, tell me about my, margin erosion from an option standpoint, as I talked about earlier. Like, these are things that they're doing on a regular basis. Stella AI just gives them answers, as I mentioned, in seconds instead of in hours or days, right?
Right.
And there's no consolidation from disparate systems to try to glean insights that by the time you gain them, they might be days old. Real-time access to operational data, and in a very simple, easy-to-use format, by just querying stuff you're thinking about on a day-to-day basis anyways as part of your regular job. The executives, for instance, they're always, whether or not it's dashboards or reports or they got a crazy idea, in this market, our cycle time is X versus what we're seeing in other markets. Why is that? It's just spur of the moment thoughts that come to them, and they want answers. And that sends the business into a frenzy to try and get an answer for them. And so on a day-to-day basis, these teams are doing these exercises, but in a frenzied kind of spur of the moment exercises. And so the executive can think whatever they want, post the query out there to their team, and the team is now empowered to get answers quickly for them with real-time information, real data that's system-driven, and provides insights into what's happening much quicker than they ever had before. And I think that, for the teams, it gives them the freedom to think more freely for themselves, empowered to take ownership of whatever department they're participating in, start queries that they've been thinking about or that they research kind of in a very manual process historically, or complex process. All of a sudden, they're gonna see the freedom to be able to I was just sitting here thinking, what'll happen if we raised prices by a certain amount? Like, how would that impact our margins? Like, getting answers very quickly, and maybe being able to take to the leaders, hey, I had this idea, here's some research I did, and I think we could take action and it would benefit us. Yeah. Like that, I think with Stella AI, what you're gonna see is people empowered to bring better ideas to the business because they have quick and easy tools at their fingertips.